Hello virtual boys and girls, Ryan for the VR Grid here, back with another side-by-side comparison, this time for the Quest 2 and PSVR 2 versions of Zombieland Headshot Fever. I wasn't actually planning on doing a side-by-side for this game, but once I hopped in and realized just how much has been overhauled here, I had to show the differences off. Before we get to it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, letting us know how you feel about this side-by-side comparison, and with that out of the way, let's get to it. Alrighty folks, you're going to notice throughout this entire video just how much more is happening on the PSVR 2 side of things, or rather not so much what's happening, but what's in the background, as much of the background's been overhauled, adding substantial amounts of just more debris and detail. Even the whole visual aesthetic's been overhauled in regard to the art style, which looks much more cel-shaded on the PSVR 2 side. And the beginning just shows you just some basics here. Just side-by-side comparisons, just the dynamic lighting that's happening on the PSVR 2 side a bit more. There actually is lighting on the PSVR or the Quest 1 side as well. But we'll just go through the motions here and just show you just how much more is happening. More gore, more detail, really more everything. It's actually fairly impressive just how much has gone into the PSVR 2 version of this game. I haven't had a chance to check out the Steam version. I know when I played the Quest version and Steam version back when I reviewed this last year, they were pretty close, just higher detail on the PC version. But it looks like for the PSVR 2 version, at the very least, they've totally overhauled the entire system. You notice here on this tutorial mode, I'm holding a shotgun on the PSVR 2 side. They added that. There's some really weird changes that I can't quite explain why they're here. That one I can't explain, obviously. You want to showcase that how the two-handed weapons work. But outside of that, you'll see the slow motion mode. Everything kind of goes like gets a bluish hue on the PSVR 2, which actually it makes all the enemies stand out more. It's actually a way better way to do the slow-mo mode than on the Quest side of things. The Quest side works fine. I'm not saying it's like a broken mess or nothing like that, but it's like one of those things where once you experience it one way, the other way just doesn't seem nearly as good. One of the things you'll see too, I actually missed it earlier, but there actually is gore on the wall, like blood splatter on the wall if enemies are close to the walls and stuff. So there's just more, honestly, more immersion as far as like, you know, reactions to your bullets and in the environment around you. There's our Woody Harrelson character as voiced by his cousin, I believe, which is pretty funny, who does a really good job sometimes and like kind of not a great job other times. Here's the character model comparison. What's funny here is they changed the animations for Abigail Breslin's character. I think Wichita? I can't remember exactly. That's not right. Doesn't matter. But here on the Quest, she's like walks towards you. On the PSVR 2, she's already right in front of you. Really just weird choices. Even watching Woody Harrelson's character. I wish I could remember their names now. I can't. Just the way they, you know, they still follow the same beats, but like their arm movements are different positions. Just weird choices. I'm not sure why they would have changed them. Other than just like a really like OCD director wanting to just doesn't look natural enough, or they lost all the code. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just once you notice it, you're like, that's kind of weird. Here's the first map. We'll go through some zombie kills. Once again, you see the slow motion here. It does like highlight the zombies a lot better. Just the details in them as well are, like I said, drastically increased. The dynamic shadows are definitely more noticeable. They're not just like, you know, no shadows or just circles underneath them. And it's just an overall better looking experience. I can't deny not only how much more fun I'm having with this again, but just like how much more visually soothing it is. I'm not sure soothing is not the right word, but it's just a more aesthetically pleasing game. It's just a better looking game. Something I did have contention with on the Quest 2. I think they've increased the Quest 2 visuals, but you've seen just the backgrounds. Like the cars have new designs, the spray paint on the walls. There's just some like really weird choices I can't quite explain. Other than just like, you know what, that car should be a cab. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, one thing I will pause it here is even between both versions, once we get this in frame, check out my lame scores. There's our, come on, there we go. You can see the missions for both versions are totally different. Other than survive and beat us, like the times are different, the modes are different. So there's actually all new objectives. So they've kind of gone back to to basics and rebuilt the game. It honestly feels like that. Here's, I can't remember her name's character. Once again, different positions. They've changed the cutscene. There's no reason for it other than just to do it. Here's the gun range. You can just see they just changed this up as well. Now it's like more of a garage. like I said, across the board, almost every element of this game has been changed in some way, shape, or form. We'll get to Woody Harrelson's character next, who actually I think the model kind of looks better on the Quest side of things. His face looks all smushy on the PSVR 2 side. Maybe Woody Harrelson's face is more smushy than I realize. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We'll get to the next stage here. And it's, like I said, it's to say it's more of the same. It's actually, every scene to watch is impressive just how much is different. Even like the stuff, in the PSVR 2, the Homer bursts through the letters. The first time you play on the Quest side, he doesn't. They actually changed the name of the dad there. It was Zombdad in the Quest version and Undad in the PSVR 2 version. So they've gone back and changed a lot of like really fine-tune this game, I guess in some ways to fit more of the Zombieland vibe, and two, just to make for a better looking game. It's mind-boggling how much they've changed. Actually, every time I watch this video and the side-by-sides, I can't believe how much is different at any given moment. Whether it's small details like lampshades on a wall to, like the fact that some of these rooms are just littered with entirely different objects. The couch is tipped over on the PSVR 2 side. On the Quest side, it's not tipped over. Like, it's bizarre to me how much they tried to make this different. So I guess in that regard, it is different, because if you did it on the Quest version, and maybe you did want to upgrade, pretty good justification to do so. I mean, even some of the layouts with the zombies are different, where the zombies aren't in the same place. So there's lots to contend with, lots to deal with. There's new B-side missions, which didn't exist when I reviewed it. So you actually play through many of the maps on 2 different modes. This is one of the newer maps I never played before till this PSVR 2 version dropped. They've added more zombies, different types. I think they've added at least 1 or 2 more. And yeah, like I said, now that we're just checking out more side-by-side stuff. Like I said, to me, it's absolutely fascinating just how much is different in each version. I don't think they have any more surprises for you guys. It's just now coming down to the fact that, yeah, it's absolutely fascinating just how much has changed. So, I mean, kudos to the developers for doing as much as they did. I'm impressed. I don't know if that means a damn thing, but I am nonetheless. The flags, the coloring, it's so much more vibrant on the PSVR 2 side. Like, so much more. It's sharp, crisp. And it's honestly, it feels like the way it should be, and I don't think I'll ever go back to the Quest version. I don't see any reason why. Being untethered doesn't help this game, as most of the action is right in front of you, or right, maybe to your immediate right or left. And really, that's about it, guys. This is the end of the video. It's just, like I said, I was impressed by this. You should be impressed by this. The developers should commend it for just overhauling the game as much as they did. And it's a fun game. It's an arcade shooter with like 1 to 2 minute runs for each match. And the task is to beat your highest score and get better and better, upgrade your weapons. It's good times. So, hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ryan for the VR Grid, and I'm out of here.